on, beautiful people? We are back, baby, to review episode 12, Double Agents, entitled Tinker, Tailor, Bunny, Spy. Weird title. But before we get into all of that, I am Wesley.
I'm Victor.
And we do a review of the challenges. We have missed 2 weeks. My bad, okay? Well, last week, my mom was admitted to the hospital. She was induced in a coma and all of that stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been going through it the last week and some change. And my life ain't gonna get no easier. It ain't gonna get no better with regards to dealing with family because I care about my family. Even though my family is not the most traditional sense of family, because they have been a part of me for a large portion of my life. No matter how many times my mom calls me and she aggravates the hell out of me when I pick up the phone, I'm still gonna cry like a bitch if anything happens to my mother, because that is my one and only mother and I care about her. And I tell them all the time, I don't want to care, because when I care, I care. And you know, not to really get all into that, but caring about people can really disrupt your life. It can really alter your life in a direction that you never really thought that it would go into because you care so fucking much. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. And yeah. So that was the first week. With the second week. The first week, he was busy doing work stuff, and then by the time he got back to the house, I was kind of like, and then I got busy, and then it was kind of like we forgot about it. So, apologies for missing 2 weeks.
Sorry, guys.
But we're back. I said there's no way we can miss another fucking week, so we're back. But we are gonna review episode 12 because the past 2 episodes weren't. It wasn't much to talk about.
It really wasn't. Keep it honest.
It wasn't much to talk about. But anyways, let's get to these notes.
Which is the shade of it all.
The challenge we get to, because last week they didn't give us an elimination. Last week Lolo went home, and I was telling him that Lolo had put out on Twitter that, you know, there's a lot of fakery going on in the challenge, and she said that the producers forced her to go home and all this stuff. I don't know what to believe. I know that we are watching a TV show, and to be quite honest, it's one of my top 5 TV shows to watch right now. It's probably top 3, to be honest. I really like the challenge, and whether or not they finagle a little bit to kind of, you know, put certain things to happen. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the producers are like, we need this storyline. Let's kind of infuse it a little bit. And the guys and the girls, they do what they do. I hope the whole fucking thing is not just fake. I don't think it is. I don't know. I don't think it is.
I could believe it because I can believe that anything is possible, but at the same time period, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, I could see it happening. Like, do they want CT to win this time, or like, what's going on? You know, I could see it, but I hope that it's not. I hope it's real. I hope it's authentic. I hope that they're being truthful to some degree. I mean, I know that there's some scripted stuff, but hopefully the challenges are actually the real challenges.
Yeah,
I mean, my bad. I love that I got to see CT in the helicopter, because I don't think he was steering it.
CT in the helicopter? TJ. No, he was on the passenger part.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
TJ.
So we get to this elimination. It's a double elimination, which was great. And for a minute, I was thinking that this was a forced, produced scenario. But it didn't dawn on me toward the tail end that the reason why he had to do a double elimination was because he had 2 rogue agents. Because Lolo went home, and then Amber A or Amber M went home due to Amber B sending her home. So there were 2 rogue agents. You had Nam and you had Corey. In order for them to get partners, they needed 2 guys to go. And so it was a double elimination. I love this because the way that it all went down with Devin being picked, I didn't really particularly, I was like, that sucks. They're going to put Devin against CT. Even though Devin is an asshole, whatever, I love Devin. I think Devin is dope. But it was great when TJ was like, security breach, double elimination. I was ecstatic about that. And what made it even better,
Jaw dropping,
was that the second runner-up to be down there was the ones automatically put down there. And I just love that. And then to top it off, TJ gave CT the ultimate power to decide the two teams who's going to go against the double eliminated people, double eliminatees. I was like, wow. Thoughts?
My thoughts were, my jaw was wide open. I'm like, really? Like, really? This is what we're doing? So, yeah, I was totally down for it. And I feel like you skipped some stuff, though.
No, we're at the elimination. CT gives Devin the power to pick who he wants.
Oh, okay. I felt like there was some more, like, little inner working things. But anyway, we'll leave it alone. I thought it was awesome. I thought that was a great twist. I didn't know what was coming. I felt like something was coming with, people quitting and stuff, which I do think that the decision that Lolo made to leave was the correct decision.
Because she ended up winning gold.
Now, if she would have went and got like silver, then or bronze, that would have been a totally different situation. We'd be like, boo, you should have stayed at the challenge. Maybe you would have won over $1 million, but we know that wasn't going to happen.
She wasn't getting no chance to win.
She was a sore loser.
She wasn't getting no chances. CT giving Devin the power to pick his person. I thought that was a dish best served hot, but he served it cold because Devin ended up picking Darrell, which is dumb. I understand why Devin picked Darrell, but Darrell has never really lost anything. And every final he's gone to, he's won. So, but then again, there weren't very many people for Devin to choose. I think it would have been dope if Devin would have picked Fessy or one of the Big Brother people, since he doesn't like Big Brother that much.
But does Fessy have a gold skull?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I thought that would have been cool. And then I was also thinking it would have been dope if CT put Fessy up against Josh, because that would have been a dish best served hot. But, of course, CT wanted to go down and get a skull, so that's what he did. He wanted to go down and get a skull.
Which I think is very noble and needed.
Devin loses. Thoughts?
I think that it was fair. I think that it was great. I think that they did a great job. I think that it's just clear that Jesus Christ, what's the big guy's name? CT. Jesus, I was losing my train of thought. It was clear that CT had been playing with his puzzles in regards to his kid, and he's like, oh, my kid's gonna be so proud of me. We've been doing these, da da da. I think that's absolutely awesome. You never know necessarily what's going to prepare you for something in life, period. But the simple fact that he was able to take that, practice that he knew he was probably going to need for a challenge like this and apply it, and it allowed him to just sail through the rest of the way is great. I'm sorry, I'm about to get ahead of myself. Go ahead.
Devin loses to Darrell. CT wins over Josh. We're going to get through this episode. We're not going to say anything negative about Josh. So Josh loses because CT wins. Devin loses because Darrell wins. And I big up Devin for admitting that, he talked all that smash and he lost.
But that's part of the game. And, he's just fucking with people, even though
I love Devin. I don't know why y'all don't like Devin. I love Devin.
We skipped the helicopter.
We ain't skipped nothing.
Oh, okay.
We're still at the elimination. What are you talking about? What helicopter?
Oh, I'm the other episode. I'm the episode back. I bet. Keep going. I watched last week's episode today, so some things are blending a little bit, but
because there were two rogue agents, like I said, it was a double elimination. Devin versus Darrell. Leroy says, "Who wants it? Who wants it?" Devin's like, "We both want it, Leroy." CT versus Josh. Kyle says CT and Josh are heavy men. CT, that was funny. They were looking like kids in a little bouncy thing.
Right.
I thought that was hilarious. Devin talked shit and to Josh even at the end, even though Devin lost, Josh lost. Devin is still talking shit to Josh. I love Devin. He's hilarious. He's television gold. CT picking Cam. Whoa.
I thought that was just wonderful, and I saw it coming. I would have done it too. Wouldn't you?
I mean, I would love to be with Cam. Cam is just so dope. I would love to be with Cam.
He didn't do it.
But there's a couple things. There's a couple things that's off-putting about CT and his gameplay lately. Like the last couple of seasons, his game. I don't know.
He's sporadic.
In the beginning, CT was a hard ass. People didn't like him. He beat up the black dude. Then we started liking him again because him and his relationship with DM. Then DM passes away. We still like CT. CT is great. Now all of a sudden, CT's becoming like this villain, I feel like. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
He wants to win.
I don't know.
He really wants to win.
You see how far that got Bananas?
Right.
And it took Bananas like 7 losses after he fucked over Sarah to actually get a win.
I agree. I'm not saying that he's going about it the right way. I'm not saying that at all. Like literally CT, I personally feel like you get way more lemonade if you add a little sugar, you know, in regards to rather than just having sour juice to just, you know, sip on. You have to just coast through a little bit. You have to be a little more easier. He's not being easy. He's bulldozing completely. He's not putting any sugar in the lemonade. He's just jamming it down your throat. You can't do that. That's how you create enemies, and you create people who don't want to be your friend, and people who want to get you out of the house. In my personal opinion, am I wrong?
Where did you get this from?
What is that?
No. No. Sit. Child. It's crazy having kids in this damn house. I'm like, what the hell is he chewing on? You gotta watch your kids. You gotta watch your kids.
What is that?
And where did he get it from is the question. You gotta watch your kids. Because, you know, you might think they not doing nothing and they get into trouble and choking on something because they want to chew on something. The way CT went about picking Cam was just trash. Like, he jumping off for joy and all this. Like, bro, you played her. You played her the first episode. Now you're jumping off for joy for her. Like, that was just trash. And then the way he did BT, wasn't here for it.
You just fake, period.
It was just trash.
He's fake. Sorry.
CT picks Cam and everyone is shook. Kyle is pissed. Kyle picks Nani after dropping her and putting her in elimination. Corey picks Gabby and Nam picks Big T because Big T is the last choice. It sucks, but it is what it is. Nobody wants to be paired with Big T. Nani cries being partners with Kyle. She says she is lost without Josh. That's a lot. I mean, clearly a lot of people like Josh. So Josh is in good graces with these people. They've been helping him out through this whole competition. Kyle is complaining about him complaining to CT about the fact that CT lied or whatever. And they argue. And CT says one thing that's been fact. Kyle, you have been lying to everybody in this house. And you only do what's best for you, and you aren't a true friend. Which Kyle has been doing that. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, that's a fair statement.
It is what it is.
He can say anything.
Corey talks to Big T when they go on the little steam spring thing, the sauna spring thing that they was at. He tries to big her up a little bit. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
I thought that was a really nice thing for him to do because it didn't seem like too many other people were doing that, but from a guy's perspective, it was definitely probably something nice for her to receive, and it was definitely, I think, needed. But you know, I think she talked the way that she was supposed to talk, and I think that she had the attitude and the air that she should have had and coming across really, really strong. Of course, we know her feelings are hurt. Of course, we know she's heartbroken at the fact that this relationship is potentially ending because this guy decided to just completely and totally disrespect her. But she's holding strong. She's keeping her head up. She's not, a complete distraught mess. And the only time that I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Now I'm talks to Anissa and Cam. His back has been hurt. His back has been hurt for the last couple of episodes. But he's like at his end. They're like, be strong, you can do it. He over here thought that he was faking the whole thing. I'm like, why would somebody do that? He still could be faking it because he wanted to quit and didn't want to quit.
I don't know. I don't think Nam doesn't look. I mean, the way Nam was crying at the end, that was a bit much. I don't think that was produced. I don't think that was produced.
Baby, all one of them had to do is have some onions and put some onions in his eyes.
Big T confronts CT. What did you think about that? Or CT trying to apologize. So first CT tried to get the champagne and say, I'm sorry. Okay, whoop-de-whoop. Then we get back, he's throwing logs out of the fire pit to put paper in and create a campfire and blankets and stuff. Would that made you feel better?
Made me feel better? Nah, bro. Like, don't talk to me. Like, it's like flat out, do not talk to me. We're done. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because you did some disrespectful shit. Maybe we can talk in maybe 8 months, 9 months, just for healing for both of us. But right now, you can stay out of my face. But I thought that it was so phony. I thought it was so phony because you say immediately, hey, you know, I love you, da-da-da-da. I want to make a switch. We'll talk about it later. This is a sporadic thing that I'm doing right now, but we'll talk later. Know that I love you and I care for you. Boom. You say that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and switch. Before you even make the decision to say that you're going to switch to a different person, you just have that little bitty moment right there. But I swear he was being just a complete and total boy when he decided to make his switch.
Yeah, I don't think CT knows how to apologize or knows how to be sensitive to people's feelings. CT never really gave me that, you know, like, oh, like he understands that. And that's no shade. It just, I never got that vibe from him anyway. So him trying to like create a campfire, and I knew right away that he just doesn't know how to apologize, and or maybe he really does not give a damn. And what he's trying to do is save face for the rest of the house and for the TV world to say, hey, I attempted to apologize. I don't know what it is, but CT wants to win $1 million. Everybody wants to win $1 million. CT, in a lot of the post-confessionals, has admitted that his life has been hard the last couple of years. So CT ain't caring about befriending no one chick that he probably ain't never gonna see because she live in London over $1 million, and the girl don't know how to really play anyway. Ooh. So I mean, it is what it is. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And he was offering more facts than anything else. But again, I think they said the same thing to that Asian racist that was on the show before, the one that they thought was a layup, and then she ended up making it through to the final and ended up winning. I forget her name. Yeah,
but they pulled all her footage.
Yeah, I forget her name. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. But and she had this boyfriend, Nolan. What was it? Roland. Yeah. She was banging Roland out. Yeah. And you know, Roland played her for dust. He did. Played her for dust. I kind of feel like that was CT and what CT did to Big T, but they wasn't really poonaning in the bedroom. He think that they were, but I don't think that they were poonaning in the bedroom. I don't know if they was poonaning
or not, but the way that Big T be looking at Big T
it's one of those things. I don't know why he can't comprehend that concept, but it's like,
y'all hear how he talk?
It's like, you're not good at this game. You know you suck. Big T knows Tula knows she sucks. Okay.
So
you have a vet coming to you saying you're good. You'll be all right. I'm gonna ride this with you to the end. Whoop de whoop. Boom. The moment he gets to leave her, he's jumping for joy to leave her ass.
Oh no, I
you know what I'm saying? So her whole thing. I get it.
I think that was absolutely 100% horrible. I'm not saying that it wasn't horrible, and I understand why CT decided to make the switch. In regards to CT, I think that the fucked up part about all of it is that he thought that he was just going to play her dirty and then come back in through a little campfire. They're going to go out there and make s'mores and they'll be best friends again, and she'll accept his apology because he thinks that she's just that dumb. And she's like, look, I am not. I will stamp my feet and walk away from you.
I don't even think it's on that level of disrespect. I just think that he was really just trying to save face and smooth things over. I don't think he thought that she was dumb. It's just he just trying to save face and smooth things over. I don't think he was on that level of disrespect to her. But he told her to her face, you don't know how to play, you're not gonna win in the final.
And that was real.
I think it's real too, because she ain't won shit yet. Right. Except for, the rope challenge, and I don't know how I feel about that because something's a little off. But she said she did pole dancing and she did swimming. I'm like, okay, now all of a sudden you winning. I don't know. Maybe that could have been the overproduced scene because she ain't never won nothing yet, and now all of a sudden she winning.
This whole episode was overproduced.
I don't know. But so we get past that. I wanted to see the full edit because I'm like, how she go from crying her eyes out to now her face is completely dry and she walking away pissed. Filling the gaps. Because I was. How do we get from point A to point Z? I couldn't understand where the rest of the letters were.
They're gonna sell it to you later.
I couldn't understand it. But anyway, we moved past that.
MTV Plus.
And we get to the challenge. Which apparently is the scary challenge. Nam can't play. He sent home. He crying. Big T Phil,
Why you say it like that?
because he was crying. Big T Phil, lost and out of it because she a rogue agent now. There's only one girl gold thing to get, and everybody won it. And so
who gonna get it?
I don't know who's gonna win this challenge. I really don't, because I don't know what the hell they got to do. It look like they got to eat something to get. They probably got to drink that nasty piss juice to get out of the chains, and then they got to do something.
You wouldn't drink piss juice for $1 million?
No, I'm not. I'm not drinking none of it. None of it. I wouldn't last on that. I would do Big Brother all day though. Big Brother ain't got no eating challenges. But I'm not going on a challenge to eat roaches and shit, dead ants and shit. I'm not doing that.
What about if it's sauteed?
Ant souffle.
Ant souffle.
Right.
What that look like?
Roach shit. I'm not eating roach shit. They put roach shit on the crackers.
They say it's good protein.
Would y'all leave a comment below this video? Let me know if y'all eat roach shit on crackers for $1 million.
For $1 million?
Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way I'm eating roach shit. That's ridiculous.
Would you drink cow sperm?
No, they had to do that before on the challenge.
I know
they had to do that before on the challenge. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I ain't never swallowed a day in my life. Nope. I ain't doing it. That's not my thing. It's not my thing. Anyways, I don't know how this thing turned left. It went left real quick. It went left. It's his fault. He on that stuff.
What stuff am I on? Wine.
Anyways, and then I drank that whatever Russian vodka. That shit gave me a headache.
We were drinking shots of Crown.
That shit gave me a headache. And that's still, it's in the back of my neck. Anyways, love y'all. Be patient with us now. It's a lot going on between my mom's situation and me trying to run, watch ACTV.com. It's just a lot going on. But we love y'all and we love doing these. I don't know what's going to happen when it's over, because I ain't reviewing, bless you, baby. I ain't reviewing the 30-year-old reunion railroad thing. They all are like granddaddies and grandmamas. I ain't interested.
Fun fact, you guys, I actually auditioned for the Real World one time. I got 3 callbacks, but of course I didn't get picked. I was too.
How old were you?
21.
Y'all need to go follow his Instagram, see his twink photos. Child, boom, honey. I ain't never seen no black twink in my life, but he was twink in all caps, all twinked out, baby. High cheekbones, glossy cheeks, everything. Pink lips with a hint of blush, baby. You was twinked out. Queer as folk, baby. Queer as folk all day long. I ain't never seen a black queer as folk star in my life.
Not talking shit,
baby. I was scrawny. That's all I was.
He had cornrows to the back.
Cornrows with no hairline, baby. But that's all right. That ain't give me twink though. That ain't give me twink. That ain't give me twink at all. That gave me lost. I didn't know what I was doing. That was lost. But baby, he was queer as folk, the black version. Yes indeed, baby. Yes indeed. And he had a ton of white friends. But anyways, love y'all, stay blessed. And
I still got my white friends.
And if you blessings to everybody's family out there. I know there are a lot of us with family members in the hospital and things of the sort because of COVID or whatnot. My mom is not in the hospital due to COVID. She is negative of COVID, but positive of everything else under the fucking sun. So my mom is a petri dish of like sickness and illness. So she's going through it. I would wish that, and it's interesting. I'm about to be 40 years old this year. And he only 22. I'm about to be 40 years old. Yes, I'm rocking the fucking cradle. Been rocking it almost 3 years now. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But I have gone through a lot in life. I've almost died multiple times. I've had a gun put to my chest. I've done a lot in these 40 years. But I've never have had to worry about a parent being in the hospital. And until you do, baby, you ain't experienced nothing. Because if you care about your parents, that is like one of the most like excruciatingly emotionally draining things to go through, especially when you're in a position of not being able to do anything about it and you just have to watch your loved one. You know, it's just not the best feeling in the world. So I'm fucked up in the brain mentally. I really am. And I don't know how I'm getting through this video, but to everybody out there that's dealing with potential stuff like that or is going through stuff like that, you're not alone. And the only thing that I can say to you is, I guess, seep into whatever religion you follow, pray to whatever God you pray to, find a balance within spiritually. It's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a lot of fucking work. And it ain't easy. But I just wish you all the best, because I told him I wouldn't wish what I had to endure this past week on my worst enemy, because it's just not, it's not a good vibe. It's not a good feeling. But anyways, love y'all all the same. And, you know, just keep hope alive and subscribe to watch ACTV, goddammit. That'll be helpful.
I was just going to say that. Make sure you guys are downloading the app. And if you're in Atlanta, be on the lookout for some really cool parties coming here soon. And we don't want to talk about that just yet, do we? Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. Later.
You got my good money tonight?
Well, hello to you too, Mr. Thomas.
Look here, son. You're a full 2 months behind in rent. A cordial hello is not going to be escaping my lips tonight.
You're right. Could we possibly have just one more extension? I promise you we'll have it all paid up by the end of the week.
Fine. Fine. 1 week. But I'm telling you, if you ain't got my money by Friday, you're going to find yourself out there on the street with your crackhead friends, your crackhead hoes, and all your friends. 1 week.
1 week. I got it. Thank you, Mr.
And I ain't playing with you neither. The only reason why I'm giving you this extension, because I knew your old man. But hell, he owed me money too. May he rest in debt. I mean, in peace. Hey, wait a minute. Is that weed I smell?
Weed? I don't think I smell any weed.
Now look here, son. I might be up in age and might be failing in my senses one at a time. But I know the smell of good reefers when I smell it.
You know what? I think it might be the neighbors. You know, they're kind of crazy. But don't you have like a bingo night or something to attend?
Watch it, son. You on my shit list.
Well, good thing you got your depends on, huh?
Keep it up. You gonna find yourself out there on Peachtree Street shaking a Quick Trip cup.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. You just have my money.
Yes, sir.
1 week. 1 week.
One week.
I'm trying to play this nigga.
One week.
Get on my nerves. Always late. Every time that boy late. Boy can't never be on the time, just like there's no good daddy. Always late for every damn thing.
Than I ever will appointments. Give a fuck about your feelings, rub it in. This your ointment can't depend on the oinker. Find your pick in the blanket, find a stick. Through your anus, give a rip for your statement. This shit and the payment that is on. Word is born. I've been on like a track phone. I ain't going back home. Say what I do, trick. Yeah, I think I'm taxed on. Go where I live. Oh, you gon' need a chaperone.
Man, they fired me, bro.